Now we have a breaking news. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says U.S.-China trade talks are in a very good place. According to reports, he also suggested that the deadline for the current tariff truce set to expire next month could be flexible. His remarks signal a possible extension as both sides work towards a longer-term trade solution. The update comes amid renewed global focus on U.S.-China economic ties and growing hopes that fresh tariffs can be avoided through continued negotiations. Now we are joined by Suresh Goyal. He's a former diplomat joining us live from New Delhi. Thank you, Suresh, for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World. How are both sides approaching the goal of reaching a long-term trade solution amid ongoing negotiations, according to you?
You're talking about...
China and U.S., yes.
U.S.-China?
Yes, yes.
Well, given the present climate of negotiations which are taking place and the trend that has developed so far, I think the negotiations between China and the USA are not just about trade. Trade, of course, is right in the forefront, which is actually showing the quality of the relationship between the two countries. But I think it's beyond the trade, really. It is a power contest between China and the USA. And my own impression is that even though Trump may be willing to really find accommodation with China on the trade, if he can find a balance between the two really, and he can find some kind of a solution for tariff. But there are so many issues involved in the trade basket, which involve like the rare earth metals, it involves steel, it involves various material, the autos technology, then the basically technology, and also the suspicions of the Chinese intrusion through the exported components. I don't really think that a solution to the trade issues between China and the USA are going to be very easy or even possible in the near term.
And Suresh, what did U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent particularly say about the current status of U.S.-China trade talks?
I'm sorry, I have not seen the report of what she said about the current status of the talk.
No problem. I can move on to next question then.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. What information is available regarding the deadline for the current tariff truce between U.S. and China?
Current territories?
Current tariff truce.
Tariff rates?
Yeah.
Well, China had accepted earlier the tariff rate to be reduced to 30%, but even with the acceptance of that reduction of tariff to 30%, there are issues involved here which may not be so easily amenable. China, in fact, had given an indication even after 30% tariff that there will be problems in terms of really the trade volumes and the quotas, the non-tariff barriers that the USA is linking it to various kinds of technology barriers. So even the tariffs were acceptable, that 30%, but that was not the end of it, really.
Thank you very much, Suresh Goyal, for joining us today and sharing your insight as a formal diplomat. Now we move on to our next news. Syria's defense minister has